Ross. You know, Ross Collins, we've been doing this stuff for the last, 3, 4 years? 4 years for me. No, wait. You know what? You know what today is? Oh, yeah. That means I'm live, Ross Collins. You hear that?
That's what that was.
Yes, sir. It's not Blunt Talk. It's BLIK Talk for tonight. But you know what? We'll talk more in a minute. I don't know. Been a busy week, man. I've been in Tennessee. I've been in Virginia. I've been in North Carolina. I won the PA. I did Charm City. The tour just doesn't stop. It never ends. TBT Tour 2021. The Fuck Your Team, keeping it 100 for real, big guy tour. We going out there. We kicking ass, taking names. Here we are again. Final stop of the summer. York, Pennsylvania. Third time in a month. We're back in York. This time, though, not with the YAFFL, but with something that's going to be really special and something different that everybody can enjoy. And joining us right now, kicking off this coverage, meetings being live streamed. Thank you, Zoom.
Yo,
Sorry about the late start, bro.
yo, man, you a real unusual dude, man. What's up with you, man?
I'm Mr. Unusual. What can I say?
Nah, you part two. Remember I said
Yo,
that?
can you give me a 717 Elite jersey that says Joey Unusual?
Yeah, yep, I got you. That ain't
I
about
like it. I like it. I could join the club. Yo, at one point in YFFL just went 8. There was all 3 fields had a 717 Elite jersey on. The brand is expanding. I love what you guys are doing out there.
Yeah, man.
I think that's the first time I've seen that in any tournament where one team was represented on all 3 fields at once. It was beautiful. The brand is growing. I think 717 could be the new Misfits when all said and done.
Oh, you mean as far as like Regan and Sosa and them, they in everything, man. They want all the smoke. That's how I am too. But it's just all about availability, man. And them guys, the guys that's been playing with Sosa and them, been playing flag probably longer on the circuit, than me and some of the guys that I play with. So those guys are dedicated. A lot of them guys, man, them dudes, and my guys dedicated too, but they they did the ASSL, they doing the New York. They're doing like 4 games in one weekend and some shit like that. So they trying to get it in, which that's the only way you're going to get better anyway. I keep trying to tell everybody that, like, the only way you're going to get better and test your own ability and different things and figure out and find a good squad of guys is putting them through the trenches. Like that type of stuff where they go, you can see if somebody holds up against certain competition. If not, then what type of area or what type of tournament they can play in, because a lot of dudes, man, it's a lot of guys think they can do certain stuff, get out there, don't do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like just because you play semi-pro or arena football or you know what I'm saying, you left NFL or certain stuff, a lot of guys, flag takes a little adjustment. The only real thing, to be honest with you, that you don't have to make too much adjustment with flag is a 9-man, the offensive line. The offensive line just is man on man. You know what I mean? You have the 3 down linemen, and then if you bring a tight end, if you bring a tight end for the formation, you got to have a tight end that will block first, and they're fine with blocking all game, and then get rewarded with passes. There's a lot of guys that want to play tight end, but then they want the shine and all that. Like, nah, some of them teams I watch, when they have that tight end in there, bunch tight, or they spread them out, whatever, all those guys get moved. They're soft hands, but they block first. So our guy did, in Charm City, DG did a good job. Everybody missed plays and different things like that. But for the most part, the tight end in a 9-man is real big. It's a big thing now.
And the style we're playing tomorrow is a nice little middle between 8s and 9s, something where you could take players who play that guard position and get that kind of experience going out to catch the ball, which is something that is a nice little way to cross trade, which is becoming the new thing right now. That's the new thing to push. You want guys who have more than one ability. You don't want somebody who just simply knows one position and nothing else. You want people who are willing to work anywhere, any place, with the most skill set you could possibly offer. If you got about 30 guys on the field, it's a case of 9-man, and they can play 3 positions. You might as well have 90 guys at that point, and 90 different combinations.
Yep.
Any which way you can to attack another team and make it work. Get the best and brightest players you can. Get the ones who are trained at pulling flags, catching the ball, throwing the ball. Plug them in, play them anywhere. Those are the kind of guys you need to succeed in this kind of sport. And the amount of guys right now crossing from different styles and everywhere else coming out to these tournaments and 9-man, 8-man, 5-man. You talked about a D-Wheel 717 Elite has been on the road all year right now. You guys played down that East Coast Nationals for FFWCT. What was it, 5-man and 8-man?
Yeah, man, that was a long. Listen, man, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I got myself in over my head, man. That 8 and 5-man shit at Nationals. Next year, I know in Virginia, it's either one or the other. Look, man, we can combine. Let's do the 8 together, and I'll do 5. But it was so much because I saw that the 8-man schedule was done earlier than 5-man. So 5-man, if you're just in 5-man, you can actually just chill most of the morning because they play the games later. And then it's like the 8-man is dead early. I mean, 7:30. 7:30 was both days the game started.
Yeah, that happened to me last year when I went down there. We had a 7:30 kickoff for Virginia Savages. Chris Boone and Company had a game there. And then day 2, I was there when Gustoland played Bullies at 7:30. They kicked off very early, and the 5-man ran very late on Sunday. We were done about 10:30 Sunday night after the main event Showtime game. It's a long gauntlet through those FFWCT events, especially when you're playing in multiple styles. And, we talk about it. Like, we remember watching a live stream last year where Mike D literally had just lost a game and then walked over to another field and won a championship playing quarterback. Hey, you got to see Mike D in action last week against one of the world's finest. That was an awesome game. Instant classic. We'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm really liking what's going on. Everybody crossing over playing. I like what 717 Elite's doing. I feel like you guys are getting a little bit better. You guys had a very competitive game of Blackhawks. Let's talk about that. The Blackhawks game. First game, I had to Kay Anderson. Shout out to Monet. Comeback live streamer of the year. She's killing it right now.
Yeah.
In the midst of all these other wannabes coming up here and trying to be the media, she is excelling better than ever. And I give her a lot of credit. She killed it last week at Charm City Classic. She is absolutely phenomenal. Big shout out to Monet and the work she did last week. But thoughts on the Blackhawks game. Remember, Blackhawks got to the championship. That was a team very close to beating Rampage.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie, man. The Blackhawks game, and you know what? Before I get into the Blackhawks game, it's very weird. The last 3 9-man tournaments that we were in, we played at least one team that made either the semifinals or the championship. It's crazy. It's like, and that's in pool play. It's like in Ocean City, we played. Who did we play first? We played Tri-State first. No. I'm lying. We played the Bulls. We played the Bulls team, and then we played Rampage, and we lost to the Bulls on.
Hold on, you mentioned that that Rampage game, Bob. I know you're in here. I want to ask you about that punt before halftime play because I never talked to you about that play. 717 Elite. I know you're shaking your head, Bob. What happened? Walk us through. I want to pull it up. I don't have it on me, man. What happened on that play, Bob?
I'm trying to remember the play.
Yeah, I want to see his facial expressions on his end. That's the best. I kind of wish I could actually show that.
Yo, listen, that
Bob, you're muted.
Oh, he gotta get off his joint. Yeah,
there we go. What was that punt about, Bob?
Listen, right? When you got a bunch of guys, you put a bunch of talent together, and you ain't used to playing together, and them type of situations come around, and dudes' heads is down because you might be down a touchdown or 2, and you got a punt, and dudes don't want to come out for punt because everybody just being selfish. Sometimes it go like that, man. This shit crazy. Some people hear some things, some people don't hear the plays at all. Like just be fucked up, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. When you play these tournaments, everybody got to have that same fight. You know, win or lose, you got to have that eager to be on the field, and no matter what position you play, that I want to win, or I'm gonna play my part to win whatever I gotta do for this team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you got attitudes like that, it worked out better. But when you got that one or two Eagles, man, it's
Right.
hard. It's hard doing that shit, especially on like even on kickoffs and shit. Sometimes kickoffs too. You know, the beginning of the game is cool because dudes be hyped all day. All right, they want to get out there on the kickoff, shit like that. But let it be kickoffs the whole fucking game and 9-man or something, man. Niggas be out there pump faking like a motherfucker. I know for some of the teams that I play for, even in my own motherfucking team sometimes.
Bob, what do you think of the 9-man onside kick rule?
That shit.
Until it come and play for me, man, I'll be like, what the fuck, yo? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, as much as I've been playing this shit, like, I never got to that point where it was me in that position. It was always against me. You know what I'm saying? And it's always like, fuck, like, what the? I mean, it's you just gotta play like this. And 9-man, I don't know, man. That's big. When it comes down to that, you gotta have somebody that can kick and put that ball where you need to be. You need your speedy dudes. It's definitely a good rule because it spices up the game. A lot of dudes, man, like, you get down to these games and dudes be down three touchdowns or some shit a couple minutes ago, and that game turns around so fast. You can score 2 touchdowns and be in that position to get that kickoff, and some dudes give up before that. You know what I'm saying? And don't realize that comes into play. That shit is big, man. That shit is big, man. I done watched a lot of flag football. I seen dudes be down 2 touchdowns, 3-4 minutes left, and come back and win the game by a touchdown or 2. Flag is so, man, anything can happen in this game. You can never give up in the game, man. That, especially that rule right there coming to effect, man, that shit is big, man.
Go back to the comebacks. That play you had against Baez Auto semifinals just went 8. You drove 79 yards in less than 30 seconds to almost win the game.
Usually, man, I'll be honest with you. Usually, when I got my group of guys and we get in situations like that, usually, man, we end up capping that off. It ain't too many times where we go out like that, man. When I got, you know, my core dudes that I usually go out there with, we usually cap that off, man. To be honest. And that was like probably like one of the first probably second time maybe that happened to us. That usually don't happen like that. But it's always a dog fight between us and Baez. They win some, we lose some. I mean,
I really hope to see that game this weekend again. That's one of those games I'm looking forward to at BLIK. I'm looking forward to all these teams out here this weekend.
I'll be honest with you, man. Like, you gotta like, I know you don't be around in our area like that much when it's just us, but it's good to come around when you got like YFL type shit, and then like, or I don't know what tournament it would really be where you can get like where Baez got all their guys and Gusto really got all their guys, and we can go at it type shit. You know what I mean?
I think we can call it Clash of York 3.
Matter of fact, there you go. Yeah, Clash of York. You might be able to see it there. That'd be the best. Then when like everybody got all their players, because these tournaments like these fans and stuff, you be having like that roster cap. 30, you can really get your guys and your backup guys who you need, and it don't even got to be 30 for real. You know what I mean? 22 is straight too, but I don't know. That's just how it go, man. You know how that shit go. You use different people for different things, man. That 30 comes in handy, especially when you got kickoff, punt, all that shit. Especially when you got guys that's just gonna play their role and be a part of the team. All that comes in handy. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe we get to see that though.
Yeah, true.
You got 2 coming up. You got Clash of York, and you still got White Rose too. So,
yeah, I like the way flag football is growing in the York area in general right now. Really love what you're doing tomorrow, D. Will, you and Wayne Sweeney for the BLIK tournament. I believe this is the 5th one, which this is a big milestone right now for BLIK. Really happy to see everything come together for this tournament tomorrow. We're kicking off bright and early, 8 a.m. I'm really excited for it. Let's get to that. But real quick, while I'm pulling it up, D. Will, talk about that Charm City weekend, just to finish that up. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked to Bob.
Oh no, I didn't be able with no cap. I didn't even know Bob was on here. But yeah, they definitely the Charm. The Charm City with Blackhawks, man, it was a real, like, this is what I will say. The thing that really, like, the small stuff that people don't really pay attention to that killed us in certain situations, is the other teams that we played against chemistry. And I think that's what I try to teach a lot of guys, or try to preach, or more or less just be vocal about with guys about that are playing, about playing together a lot and getting used to each other. So when you're in certain situations, you know what to do. You don't have to overthink it. You just read and react. And the Blackhawks shit, I'm trying to think what it was. These guys, we scored before the half, right? We scored, I think it was maybe, I want to say we scored maybe like a minute, maybe 20 something seconds left. I might be wrong. It might be more minutes, whatever it was. These guys drove down the field and damn near scored on us. Like they had plays. They did like a hook. What was it like? It looked like it was a hook and ladder play. Like they had the slot receiver. He came. It was weird. The slot receiver caught like a quick slant, and no, it was the outside receiver. He caught a quick slant, and the slot receiver kind of did like one of those, like he was blocking and came back. You know what I mean? Like he got the quick, he got the quick slant, came in, and the slot receiver came around him, and he did it. Luckily, our DB recognized it and got him. He got like 15 yards off of it, but we was able to get him. But it's one of those plays where they work on that. Like that's a hard play to complete. Is that hook and ladder play, because your guys got to understand, like, all right, I'm not going to panic if they come to get my flag. That's good because I'm sucking the guy into the play. That's fine. But it just worked. I've seen this shit because I was out there, and I was like, as soon as I noticed it, and they threw the ball, and I was in the backfield, and I turned around, I said, oh, shit. And because all I saw was sideline, I'm like, oh, my God. And then when they got him and shit, I said, ooh. But then they got down to use the timeouts. You know what I mean? I said, God damn, this is too much time on the clock. I said, you know what? We win in this game, and we up. And I know we got to drive, or we trying to score and go up. I'm not giving them no fucking time. If they was moving the ball like that, I said, oh, nah, man, because that's the things that as a team, when you mixing guys and you don't have the core as strong as Blackhawks, as some of their core guys, that's the type of stuff that can help you win a game. Like Bob was saying about 2 touchdowns down, come back. It ain't all about big plays. It's about, you just like you watch regular NFL, you got to get that big chunk play. Then you just got to strategically get down the field, out of bounds, timeouts. They was doing all that. So I was super impressed at how Tommy led his team. One thing, if you watch, Tommy's real good. He's a scrambling quarterback. Like, not scrambling, but he can move. And one thing that I thought we did well that kind of lowered but held their offense back was we contained him pretty good. Like when he got pressure, it was kind of like at all angles. It wasn't like, oh, these guys are just rushing me up the middle. I could go to the outside. It was like a couple times when I rushed him, I kind of just made sure he didn't get up to my outside. But then there was plays where I would think like, oh, I might get there, and he throw the ball. It's a quick ass pass, and my hand ain't even get up quick enough. So he got 1,000 plays. He's real smart with that. I watched him before in other tournaments. Like he has the player card. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Blackhawks, man, and respect. Them guys played, man. Like he would flip flop his centers. He knew what he wanted to do, and that's the type of thing that any successful 9-man team, you have to. Quarterback position is super important. You have to have a quarterback that is going to be able to do that shit. Like you have to have a quarterback that know how to read defenses. They know where to go, what defense they're playing. They have to be able to switch it up. They have to do things they're not comfortable with. You know what I mean? To move the ball. There's a lot of guys out there that be like, yeah, they can play quarterback, but it's the thought process of what you're doing. If a team is playing cover 3, you know where you're going to go to the ball. If they're playing a deep safety, where you're going to the ball. If they're rushing hard or what you're going to do, like, it's a lot of different things. So they had that shit down pat. Our defense played them good. They just got the big plays. We didn't. They had like 2 deep touchdowns. If you remember, the one guy caught one. I can't think of his name. I think it's like Mao or Ma or something. He caught one, and then another guy caught one. And it was kind of like I think it was on the same guy. but it was like they made a super athletic play. You know what I mean? They dominated that particular matchup. You know what I mean? And that kept them in the game because we were scoring and we were leading. So, you know, hey, it was what it was, you know, and to see them make it to the finals, my hat's off to them, man, because after I got done, I said, yo, they're a good team, but I knew there was other good teams. So it was like, I was like, damn, I guess they either had more guys come or they're just that chemistry was strong. So, you know, I wish we could have did a lot more, but we you know what I mean? We left some plays on the board, but Nick played his ass off, man, that game. And you know, we just dropped the ball on some plays. You know, that's the way it goes, man. And you know, hopefully we see them again in the future and you know, create a little cool, fun rivalry and stuff, man. But you know, I give respect to them teams that I've known, heard their names in the circuit forever, man. Them, you know, they might not have all the best players and whatever, all that shit. Them motherfuckers got ballers in the right positions that they need, you know. So, you know, I just wish we could have pulled it out, you know, to help us with this pool, the seeding and stuff. So, you know, it is what it is.
Hey, you know, I got to give it up to you guys. You guys are certainly getting better with each passing tournament.
Yeah.
And the more you get out there and play, the better comp you face, the better you get. You know, we talked about it for many years. Play the best, they're going to end up becoming the best. And sometimes you need to play teams like that. You also play AFN, Venom as well. All those guys, a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Playing against them will only make you better as time goes on.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Yep. Definitely.
We're looking forward to seeing how you guys do the rest of the way. I know I'm assuming you're already in for Clash of York.
Yeah.
I don't have the team list on me right now, so
yeah, man. Yeah. We in for it, man. I'm one of those guys that run a unit. I ask the guys what they want to do. You know, me, I want to smoke. You know what I mean? I want to play. You know, football is my outlet. You know, it's my personal type of, you know, release. You know, I'm a very busy man and family man. I coach youth football. It's like, you know, that's like my fun. You know what I mean? So I'll be down for it, but I'm also not gonna go out there and look like a jackass. You know what I mean? I'm just not gonna do that. Like I have too much pride to go out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if it ain't gonna be 100, I don't want to be. You know, I don't want to do it. And that's what I tell the guys, man. You know, a lot of them, you know, they look at it and it's like, you know, hey man, we want to play, we want to do this, we want to do that. But I'm like, it's cool, but are y'all available? You know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing, Joey. You know, reliability is another thing, man. You got guys that can only not gonna go out there. You know, so I don't know.
you'll get it, man. Time goes on, keep growing. No matter every team you start will never end up the same in the end. Nobody ever finishes with all the guys they started with. Nobody.
Yeah, that's super facts. Yep, that's super facts, man. Because I've seen it. I've seen it, man. I've seen it, and it's so crazy because, like with Rampage, and that's what, and my thing is, I'll speak on the Rampage thing because a couple of those guys, you know, a couple of guys I know, some of them are cool. I don't know them like that. Didn't grow up with them. I haven't had a chance to play with them, but I give them the respect. I know they get a lot of gripe for not going to A, man. And you know, and I can understand because from my perspective, you got to think about all the tournaments that Rampage didn't win. And now you're winning and you're winning prizes, you're winning the cash prize and stuff. Man, rack that money up. That goes back to the team. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So me looking at it as an owner perspective, guys don't be understanding that type of shit because they're not in that position where they have to, what is that called? Like they have to be so controlled, like overlook everything. It's very tough. You know what I mean? Like you got Steve, you know, I think that's the guy that owns Rampage, right? Or runs it or whatever.
Yes, Steve Winter, the owner of Rampage.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? So you got to think about all the blood, sweat, and tears this man has put in, the time he's dedicated, all the hard work. Same shit like me, same shit like Bob, same like, you know, all these other guys that have something that they look forward to or that they're overlooking. And when you get in a position where you got a core team, you can go out there and you like, yo, we gonna at least make the semifinals every tournament. I'm gonna keep doing it until my team comes to me, either someone I highly respect on my team, my captains or something, like, look, man, it's time to, you know what I mean, make this move. You know, we need to go and look after this. We're gonna do all right, cool. So I understand what Rampage is doing. I give those guys big respect for that, because nobody should force you to do anything. Nobody should rush you. Social media shouldn't rush your particular vision and what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If those guys want to play and be the rest of the year and win every tournament, so fucking what? We gotta come as the opponents and come and watch these motherfuckers off the field. Like, we gotta come take the big dog per se off the field, so they be like, you know what? Oh shit, like maybe we waited too long, or you know, it don't go that way, then you start rethinking. But they have a team to play in A. It's just, you know, if they want to get that money, get it. Shit, their team is strong every fucking tournament, man. We played them, man. I ain't gonna lie. When we played them in Ocean City, I swear to God, every time I looked out, I was helping block that game. I ain't do a good job blocking that game. These motherfuckers had, I want to say, I know T-Mac, the dude, Troy, where he was laughing at me.
Yeah,
Their line was so, yeah, Troy, their line was so deep. This motherfucker only played like one series. I mean, he didn't even have to go out there and do nothing. I seen this man play at Nationals down in Florida. And nah, man, he played all, like, he was one of their main players. So I already knew, like, oh, shit, he over there on the sideline. All right. They had the tall, big white guy. I can't think of his name. They had the big nurse guy. They had my man, Butler. They had the, man, listen, man. Butler. They had like at least 9 rushers. And it was like every damn series they was flip-flopping. He just stayed on the sideline. He was like, shit, I ain't got to burn myself out. I was like, that's how you, I mean, what can you do? What can you really do against that? Like, you know, when you can rotate a D line like that, because pressure busts pipes, we all know that. And if you got guys that can win individual matchups, that allows your back end to do so much creative shit. It's hard to score on them. You know, in certain situations, everybody gets scored on, everybody gets beat in the secondary. But it makes it extremely hard, man. Every time the quarterback go back, he got somebody in his face in 3-4 seconds. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was, you know. Bob had a tough day at the office at OC against them guys, man. And it was like, we were missing some guys. Like, damn, if we could have just had a couple more guys that could have, you know, held it down, took me off of there, put a real bigger guy lineman, you know, official lineman in there, you know, things could have been different. So I want my smoke back with Rampage. Fuck you talking about. So they already know. My man Chico and, you know what I'm saying, Chico and, you know, Trey Lou, a couple of them guys, man, they already know I want the smoke.
Yeah, like we talk about Rampage. Bob, you know all about Rampage at this point. I believe that was meeting number 4 in less than 2 years now.
I think.
What happened this time around? 41-17 Rampage.
Whew, I didn't even know that was a score.
Our secretary couldn't get it together, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though.
Yo, listen, ball set back there, throwing that bit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Chris Price Jr. was blown away by your first touchdown score. Like, he was like talking to me about it when we were walking away towards where the food was. Yeah, like he was hyping you up big time. He was like, dude, you had to see that play. It was awesome.
He just loved the game.
I just try to go out and ball against them, but that game, our defense, and we was off. We was real off. That secondary, I don't know what the everything, bro. I mean, he was sitting back throwing that bitch deep. That shit. I mean, we had a couple, you know what I mean, misplays, tip balls to where they got tipped, and they was good defensive plays. They was catching them shits, taking them to the house. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In a game like that, only thing I respect is that, you know, you don't give up. Just keep balling to the end. That's my thing.
Mm-hmm. And you talked about what Rampage has done, 32-5-2 in this rookie year, going back to the beginning of 9-man leagues back in April. And you talk about the resume, the teams they've beaten. No Mercy Scorpions, the Misfits. They've beaten the Elite Rebels. They've beaten Rideout. They won the OMFL Championship. They won OC. They won AC, or not AC, Carson City. Semifinalists in AC. Semifinalists of the NTB Wolfpack at Nationals. This is a team that is on a run right now with a lot of determination. And, you know, people disparage them not playing at A, but in my opinion, I think they're doing what they need to do for now. They want to see what happens. People forget, DMV and A, outside of what 7-point spread was able to do, had not really had much going for it the last few years leading up to this year. Aftermath has led the way for a little bit with Bullets, ADR, and 7 Point. But 7 Point arguably wasn't the same team after 2018 Nationals. They went down a little bit. They had a couple of appearances here and there.
They're now
But what?
3-point spread.
Yeah, 3 point spread. And we talk about it. ADR, of course, they had successes here or there, but never won outside of the first Hagerstown tournament. Bullets, they were in the finals of OC, but never got over the hump to win a championship outside of 9-man B. And you talk about as well Aftermath. They were in the thick of things for a while last year. Excellent year. We talked about it. Runner up a Clash of York 2 to Renegades, and then the Nationals played main event in Strong Island pretty well. We got the Bad Boys merger instead, and yeah, Bad Boys. Yeah, let's not Bad Boys. Move on. But you go back to what Rampage has done this year to get just to finish the Rampage talk a little bit and get back to what we're really here for tonight. BLIK Talk, that's what it's all about. Just getting some insight, fresh off of Charm City to try to bridge a little bit. That's where we were at last weekend. A great time at the Charm City Classic. But now we're going back to York for what is going to be a really special event. And D. Will, tell the audience tonight all about the history of the BLIK tournament.
The BLIK is basically it was created by my good friend Wayne Sweeney. He wanted to do something in remembrance of his nephew that tragically passed away. Keem Dennison, Keemie was his nickname, and he wanted to do something in his name, or Keemie was a real good football player. He was all-state count and all that. He was a super athlete, played basketball, football, all his life growing up. And he wanted to do something. And around that time, I wasn't playing flag. I had just officially came back and moved back down to York. And he was like, man, I want to do something. He didn't know. So he was like, he do a flag tournament. We had some big help with Donald Gentry. He helped Sean Preston. We kind of adapted the YFFL rules because the first year we didn't do downfield blocking. And then there were some different things to kind of draw it in. And, ever since then, it's kind of been just, it's been gradually growing and growing. But as far as everything with the BLIK, man, it's just it's one of those family, bring the family out, food vendor, music type, cool vibes, but it's like a family oriented, personal type of event, man. So it's super, super important to me, because all those guys are family. Keemie's family is my family. We all grew up together. So anything I could do to spread the word and definitely make this a tournament bigger every year, I try. Hence why I reached out to you about coming and live streaming. Man, let's show these people PA. We get busy too, so it's super dope. We want to keep the 8-man style, the downfield blocking, the 20-man roster, the shroom belts, all that stuff. He kind of leaves that up to the people that play in our area to make the rules and stuff. So we do a poll. He'll ask hey, what you think? He'll ask me. I'll ask some people. They'll be like, do this. We had created a captain's chat. Okay, I'll fix it. All right, I got you. I'll fix it when I come up.
Yo, let them know the difference about this tournament, though. This tournament is different because it's an 8-man tournament, but at the same time, it's a 100-yard field.
All right, come here.
You don't find
That's what I was just getting. Yeah,
100-yard field, and it's only 8-man. But to be honest with you, Joe, you're gonna like this, man. To me, it's the best. It's the best PA tournament to me. I mean, I ain't nothing against nobody, but I'm from here, and that tournament it do mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You just got to be from here just to know that. I don't know. It mean a lot to me. That shit boy. That shit. I don't know. It's
Hey Bob. You know what I told.
Win, lose, or draw. I'm just out there to have fun and see everybody from the city out there enjoying that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. Everybody come out, show love. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy it. You know what I mean? Enjoy the day. You know what I mean? Enjoy the whole weekend. Matter of fact, it's always a good event. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, Bob. You know what I told somebody that with the BLIK remind me of? It's like our football rucker. Like, you know how Rucker Park is up in Harlem? It's like
Me, it remind me of Boys Club Southview.
all the old rivalries and stuff.
It's just it's like it's the ghetto bowl to me, but now it's just a tournament. You know what I mean? He kept that alive. You know what I'm saying? That to me, that's everything, because it give guys like me that's a little bit older a chance to get out there and still have fun. It ain't always about like, and to this tournament, Joe, this is different. Don't get me wrong, bragging rights count, Joe, but all in all, from the heart, that shit just about going out there and having fun. Just so to me, it's win, lose, or draw, man. Let's go out there and support the city. You know what I'm saying? Support Keemie, all the other fallen soldiers we had, that played football and things like that, and just have fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's to me. You know, I respect them for putting the event together, the training board and all that. Me, I'm a football player, so this right here, it's me. It's just different, man. It hit different.
Is it tight, man? You good? Yeah,
Right.
Bob, you
know what I'm
right
talking about. You from York, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
From York, put it like this: it's a lot of dudes from York that play flag football that probably ain't even gonna get a chance to play in the BLIK that want to play so bad, but because them roster limits and it just don't work for some people. They know everybody want to be involved in this.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all facts.
Who we got? Ron in here?
Oh no.
Yes, indeed. I've been in here.
Man, get out of here, man. Yo, boys, listen. I mean, exactly what Bob said. That 100-yard field, 8 men, 8 guys. It gets real out there, and like he said, it's something that us guys look for, because it's like we have our league, which is YFFL and all that shit. League, that's where a lot of us play. Big up to them. But it's like something of our own. It just comes back home. Like it's, the environment and everything like that. It's just a super dope environment, man. Like after this weekend, Joey, when you sit back and you just recount everything and you think about everything, you'll see what we're saying. It's kind of hard to explain. You got to be there. You got to see everything. You get to see different teams. You be like, dang, I wonder why we don't see them. Or there's a lot of good local teams here that we have. Guys that you wouldn't know. We got a lot. Like one of the good teams, man, like Gang Green is like Gang Green is
rugged.
Yeah, I was about to say that like Gang Green reminds me of AFN. Like how they are, like they like the way like they're like the way they were when I first met AFN guys a couple years back. Like they were family, real close. But those guys are like rah, like they talk trash. They be out there, they be pumped up. Like
nah, they ain't like the Browns.
Nah, Gang
different, man.
Nah, what I'm saying about what Gang Green is, it's the way that they
level.
play.
You already know they're a whole different level, bro. Ain't too many like, ain't nothing like Gang Green. You talk Gang Green, they are unique. They got their own thing with them. You know what's coming. Buckle down and be ready to ball. Everything physical, get busy. Don't take nothing personal. Play ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they very physical, man. They're a very physical team. Like they're very physical, Joe. You'll see. They're your second game tomorrow. Them guys are physical, man. They're athletes.
Joey gonna like this tournament because he ain't got to move around too much. He ain't got to walk through the field. He gonna like this joint. He ain't got to move around. You can get a good angle from everywhere.
Yeah, he gonna like that joint, man. He gonna be like, yeah, it's like I said, but yeah, Gang Green is a top team here. If they wanted, they could travel. Like they have the pieces. Like they're good. Like they, over the years you lose people and stuff. Some people just stop. But them guys been balling in our area forever. Like Bob had a couple of his own teams, and just names change it up. But Gang Green has been Gang Green like forever, and them, those guys get my respect, man. Them dudes ball out. They're a family. I respect them guys to the utmost, man. Like, but you'll see, they one of our top squads. And it ain't by mistake. Them motherfuckers, they get a job, and they got a good quarterback in Papo. Papo is a veteran quarterback. He's smart. Those guys play. They don't let you dictate what they're going to do. That's the thing I respect about them. Like they come out, they know what they want to do, and they do it. They somehow they get it done most of the time, all the time. It's like, and their defenses, they play together so long. You know what I mean? These guys are like, it's just like I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. So I'm excited to see that game tomorrow, though. I'm not even gonna lie. I believe they play Vice City. Yeah, yep. They play Vice City. That's gonna be
good.
Yeah, they play Vice City.
That's gonna be, oh my God, that's gonna be a goodie, man. I'm trying to be there. I'm trying to be there early so I can be watching as a fan because they didn't play each other yet. Like Vice City is a mixture of the Coen brothers and some of their guys from Maryland, and Gang Green's Gang Green. And I know that matchup is just going to be like it's a style question. Like you don't know, like I don't know, man. I'm excited, man. I'm like kid in a candy store, man. I love seeing new matchups and shit like that. That shit's fun.
Definitely gonna be dope.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
It's actually a couple good matchups in there first round.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, you got
every game's a good matchup, man. Every game's
I mean, that's true. But I mean, it's really games that stick out because like you got them. Then after when we play Fuco, Austin's here right now. You got Ground Zero. They play Wolfpack like right after us. That's another good one right there.
Yeah. That's gonna be another goodie. That's gonna be another one. That's a sleeper game. The reason why I say that is because those guys, they play each other tough. Wolfpack and Ground Zero, which the Ground Zero is a mixture of Piranha guys and Impact, but Impact Austin, the team owner. They have a little grudge with the earlier season and our regular league season. Some of them travel with me and they had to play with short guys and they lost the Impact. So I know some of them guys want to get their win back, the Wolfpack is the young, I call them the young goons, man. Them guys, they're energized, they're ready to play. But Austin's smart. He know how to do certain things and he knows how to, dial up something. So it's just super cool to see that type of matchup too, because it's a local league, type of team, rivalry or whatever you want to call it. But it's kind of see how they strategically go back and forth in that game and see what work. But Ground Zero got Steve, man. Steve's like that. So and D-Lo at quarterback, what I mean? Like Steve is like that for Ground Zero. So he's I don't know what to call. I can't even do no matchup.
It's gonna be real interesting because everybody's gonna play. That second round is real interesting because no matter what, like I said, every joint is a matchup. Anybody could win. You can't sleep on nobody.
Yeah, you can't. You really honestly can't, man. Not out there. It's like I don't know, man. It's like I know I always say unusual, but motherfuckers step out of character when they come out for that BLIK, fam. Bob, am I lying? Am I lying?
Listen, like I said, Joy, it's one field. You're going to see everything. Nothing's getting missed.
Yeah, nothing.
I was at this field and seen this game, and I ain't see what happened. You're going to see everything.
Let me piggyback off of that. That's a lot of people play different in this tournament because of that. Right, there is no hiding. Especially Gang Green, Wolfpack, they have the energy. They bring that every single game, but it's different at the BLIK because there's one field. You got all the local vendors all around the field. Everyone's watching, 500, 400 people. You got every single team. That's 13 teams this year. So times 20, every team is there all day watching this one field that you have two teams playing on. So you're going to have people trash talking you, not on the field, also off the field. You're going to have people hyping you up on the field, also off the field. You got a commentator in the background that when we were playing bad the last year, he was talking about
grinding everybody up.
Us throwing touchdowns to the other team more so than our team and everything like that. But then when you're playing on the field, you get hyped up by that shit. You got to be ready for that trash talk, like on and off the field and everything in that environment. And that's why Gang Green plays it so well because they've been playing together. They've been playing. See, like, I haven't been having connections to Boys Club and all that stuff. I've been in York all my life. So yeah, I play this for the meaning of the tournament. But the people that have been playing for Boys Club have been attached to that with their kids and themselves for all these years. They play for a different purpose. They play with a different motor this weekend. You know what I mean? The guys that have been in the city this whole week, they're playing at a different level, and it's fun to see that. They go 110%.
Not to cut you off, I try to explain that's what I mean. When you say that, we was growing up. I grew up playing there, you know what I'm saying? I started playing Boys Club, but then you had another youth team that was on the other side of town called South York. That was just like a rivalry for years. We called it the Ghetto Bowl. And a lot of those guys is on that field when you get, your Gustos, when you get your Gang Greens, when you get your D Wills, a lot of them dudes is on that field already. You know what I'm saying? Even on other teams, some of them. So when you get out there to play, a lot of people dial in. You see a whole different athlete than what you usually see in other places, man. Seriously. Can't sleep on nobody out there. That's just what it is.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Cause I done seen Bob. Bob went out there and was playing like he, every year he was playing. One year he was out there playing like Tom Brady. The next he was at Patrick Mahomes. His game go up every top quarterback they want name. He that quarterback that year. It's crazy. He lost a couple close ones early, but he won the last two. But I mean, we ain't have the video, but I mean, Bob played his ass off the last 2 years they won, man. Like, I can't, like, we had a tough game with them last year. We played a good game with them, but their defense, kind of just shut us out later in that game, and they pulled away. They had big plays, but Bob, like he said, the game steps up. It's like, I'm looking at this dude like, God damn, like, where the fuck? Like, he just had a super pack on his back. You know what I mean?
Like Bob said before, like, he's playing this game, this weekend, this tournament, to have fun for the community, for everything like that. When you play relaxed like that, just to have fun for the love of the game, and you know what you're doing, you're not stressed and everything like that, and you can have fun, good things happen. So that's why I like watching these teams too, because it's like win, lose, or draw, you're going to dap everyone up at the end and say good game, and then you're going to root for your boys right on the sideline, even if you're not in that tournament, right to the end of the game. You know what I mean? There's not too many out-of-town tournaments. Not too many out-of-town tournaments that after you lose, you're sitting there and watching that remaining of the games and hyping your boys up and everything like that. And this tournament like this local gem that we have, you're going to sit there to the end of that tournament, 8 o'clock, whatever it is on Sunday, and we're going to be rooting for whoever's out in that field.
It don't matter if you're on a chip or not. That's real shit, because the only people that's not going to be there is people that got something to do or got to go to work with some crazy shit. Everybody else is going to be at that field.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Last year, fam, it was hot as a bitch that weekend, man. And I kept wanting to go home doing what I was doing. But it was crazy because Bob, y'all played that DE Elite team, right? In the chip, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it DE Elite?
Yeah, the Delaware.
Yeah, the Delaware Elite squad, man. And it was like, man, Bob, like they're the last, like they gotta hold it down for the city. Like, so it was like everybody was watching it, like, yo, we can't let no outsider come here and win our shit. Fuck out of it. Like that. So it was like everybody just out there watching that shit, like, and then it's like, dang, all right, they won. I'm like, damn, they back to back. I gotta get them. I gotta knock them off the throne. But it was like I was rooting for them, man. And then once I knew the game was over, then I left. But it was like I was like standing there like in the heat, like, man, I gotta see who win this shit. So that's true.
We can all put a team together and go to Florida and go to the championship and lose, and that shit still don't mean nothing more than this tournament right here. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys.
Yeah.
It's just real shit. I know flag is big, but when it come to this right here, I ain't even speaking my ass. This right here is different, and a lot of people that's playing it, like, they starting to see, because people are asking them, and dudes that's new, they see what we mean. But the guys that's from here, like you said, like your Gangreens and dudes that's from New York and shit, they know what it is, man. Like, this shit means something to the brothers, man.
And that's exactly why you got teams that you've never really seen before in Fuco and ASAP. They playing for a purpose as well. They playing for their fallen family members and stuff like that. And they put those teams together and those talents and everything. And you can't sleep on those teams either. They've been practicing and everything like that. And they practice just for this tournament. They're not a team that you see anywhere else but these tournaments, and they ball out every single year.
Word, you can't sleep on nobody. I don't care who you think it is. Don't sleep on no team. None.
Yeah, none. Because
this shit different. It's different. Yeah. It's fast. It's a fast game. It's different. Come out there, play, keep your head. Everybody make mistakes. Refs gonna make mistakes. Just have fun. At the end of the day, have fun. Play the game.
Yeah, that's a big fact, man. That's just tough, man. But that loser bracket is real.
Hope that loser bracket, man. Make sure I come out there and support them food vendors and all them people whatever they got going on.
Yeah, yep. That's a big fact, man. Like there's always cool, dope vendors out there, man. I know my man Trey would let us know. He has usually the wrap, the
Miss Morales,
smoothies. Yep, Miss Liz Morales.
You got usually someone selling their custom apparel as well. You got some of those guys out there doing their thing as well. Just they're all local vendors. So if you support 717 and the community and everything, get out there and do something about that. I mean, it is still going to be a hot weekend, so you're going to get some grub. You're going to stay there. You're going to get some beverages and everything like that, and just watch a good tournament. But the only other thing I said about the loser bracket, D. Will, is you don't have to be there if you don't lose. You know what I mean? I mean, we all know that you're going to be down there, but I mean, ground zero by 17. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Listen. All I know is, I'll just. All right. The biggest thing that I will say with when it comes to these games, man, and it means so much. And Don or the refs or them, whoever's coming to see this shit, please, if you got a big time call, please convene and get the right call, man. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, man, because the reason why I say that is, man, I've seen that a couple tournaments, man, where they like a couple blicks where it's like all it takes is just a couple seconds, minutes. They'll be like, all right, what you see? Okay, all right, this one, all right, you cool? Then all right. And make it go. And I think a lot of the refs did good down there in Charm City with that. Like, so I feel like when you got 3 refs, you definitely gotta have some type of one of y'all saw something. Like it's not like you undermine, you're trying to trump the next ref. You're just trying to get the right call. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it takes 5 seconds to huddle up and get the right call.
Listen, that's the thing right there, man. Like when it comes to refereeing, man, like I said, everybody make mistakes. Even if you make a bad call to the refs, all you do, be strong with it, huddle up, support your ref if he do, you know what I'm saying, and keep it moving. If anybody get out of pocket, it's rules for that. You know what I mean? They got that, all that's in your book when you learn to be a ref, man. That's what flags for. Well, control the game. Keep it moving.
The main thing is this. I know the refs been doing this. As long as they're consistent with the calls, that's fine. But also, we as players got to understand we can't create a hostile environment for them to push them to make a call. It does go both ways. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Like Bob said,
it's always a hostile environment for
like Bob said, people make mistakes. It happens. We get that. But also, like I said, just be consistent, be firm with the call. That's all it is.
You know how you calm that hostile environment down? You throw that little yellow flag you got. They don't want to get kicked out of the game. They'll slow it down. That's just how it goes, bro. That's how the revenue control.
Yeah, but we all know Donald been normally keeping the refs good for ever since this joint started. So honestly, I feel like he keeps it more control.
We're not going to start complaining about no refs or none of that. We're going out there to have fun. All the teams going to compete like we do. Support everybody. Support defenders. Support Joe. Support everybody, man. And just most of all, remembrance of Keemie. Show our love. Ball out.
Yeah, that's definitely that's definitely what it's about.
There's a lot of us from Washi that we watched little Keemie grow. We watched him play. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
ball like I'm Keemie. You ain't give me your best game. Ain't no need to be out there.
And that's what I'm saying too. Like I never met Keemie. I was never playing for Boys Club and everything like that. But playing in this this is going to be, I think, my 4th year. I don't think I played in the first one. I can see just like through this tournament how much, the community means to every single one of you guys and how much this tournament means. You know what I mean? I'm not too big through the families and everything, especially the Sweeneys or anything, except when he's doing and giving back to the community and everything. So like I have no connection to this at all, but I can still feel it every single time I go and play this tournament. And I'm playing it for a different meaning, and for that reason it's too important, because it's just you sometimes get chills like when you're watching these games, because you can just feel like how hard these guys are playing for each other. It's not just $1,000 or whatever cash prize. It's not for the wins and losses. It's for the city. It's for the people and everything. And it's just that's why it trumps all the other tournaments that we have around here.
Yeah, that's definitely a big fact. Definitely. Yeah, Austin hit that shit right on the head, man. That's the truth, though, yo. I think y'all though, man. I honestly, I think me personally, and I know Wayne, I know me, you know what I mean, from the heart on some real, like I appreciate everybody that's put a team in over these last 4 years, going into this 5th year. And everybody, coming out, supporting anybody that's ever attended one, the vendors, any of the vendors, like anybody sees this, like I really appreciate it because I know how much it means to my friend, man. Like I know how much it means to my guy, man, his family, and you know what I mean. And it's a soft subject to talk about, so. It means a lot, man, and I'm just super grateful and thankful that people, take the time out of their schedule and play in it and just come out and do what they do, man. Because people can do other things, man. It's summer, but there's some people that look forward to this shit. Like when it's over on Sunday and the champion is crowned, people are already recruiting and waiting for next year. You know what I mean? It's like right away. You like, man, next year I'm gonna get you, or look, come play. Like Austin, you know how this go, man, with the recruiting.
Yeah, I was trying to recruit people back in March, and these people already had teams and shit. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I have so many teams and so many leagues and shit like that I can't keep up with. Like, you know what I mean? You're doing this year round and everything. I can't get you 6 months. You know what I mean? I'm worried about the season at hand. These guys are already like, yo, we're already practicing it. Like they're ready for this tournament. You know what I mean? Like it's just crazy. And that's the testament. That's what I'm saying. Like if it means this much to the people that aren't even involved in the family and everything, how much does it mean to like you know what I mean? D Will and Champ and everything that have been around that and everything like that. There's nothing greater than the feeling of putting on for your city and everything. And I had a little, but like I wish, a couple out of town teams. I thought like TBT was gonna get in. I thought like Elite Rebels, maybe a couple more out of town teams to get in. But then when I look back and think about it, I love the fact that almost all of the teams are local because we play different. We're playing for the cause. You know what I mean? Delaware Elite, that Raiders team, they're not playing for the same purpose that all of. You know what I mean? They're not playing for the same purpose as these York teams are playing for.
Wait.
I was about to say, wait. You running your mouth a little bit too fast there, brother.
TBT was gonna get in.
Yeah.
Do you really want to take another L to us, Austin?
Damn.
I mean, it wouldn't have been.
I can't hit up Chris Boone. Chris Boone is in Texas this weekend.
It would not have been the same way as last time on that rainy Sunday when we had 12 players in the 9-man tournament when we never played 9-man before.
Okay.
You come and play 8-man.
Hold on. When you had 12 and we had 10, right?
You did not have 10 guys. It's
we had
get
10, right?
Get the footage out.
Hold on a second.
Get the footage out. It's okay.
Really, hold on a second.
That was our first ever and last time ever playing 9-man football. Come play 8-man. Let's go. You should have been in the BLIK. You didn't have your quarterback. You got scared. It's okay.
Austin, I was hired to do media. I wasn't hired to kick your ass again.
Yeah. You never even played. You watched the game because you don't play anymore.
Yeah, because I'm a great owner and coach. I'm the king of Keystone, boy.
For a reason, bro.
What have you done in 9-man, Austin Folkenroth?
Nothing.
What you done?
That's why we're playing 8-man right this weekend.
What have you ever done? It's not getting done by TBT, boy. Don't talk shit. Come on.
You had
back to BLIK. Back to BLIK.
Yeah, I wanted you guys to come and play BLIK.
TBT's
done.
Yo,
listen, yo.
You want a chip? You kick your ass. Deal with it, Folkenroth.
Yo, Austin, listen up.
He's not making any sense though. I wanted them to come play. I just thought you guys were going to be in it. I wasn't even talking shit about you. Bro,
I haven't ran a team since last year. We kicked the Killer Bees ass in the KFL championship. There go over. And here comes the kickoff as we are live.
Okay, you don't mean anything right now, but okay.
Oh, that's the class of your game.
Done. Back to BLIK.
Listen, though. Hey, yo, Austin, listen up. Real shit. You're gonna be surprised. I know there's a lot of like all the teams, like names we know because we think they from this area. You're gonna be surprised of some of the guys that show up. Don't think you
from out of town.
Yeah, don't think you're just gonna see these teams that we know. It ain't gonna be that.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just talking about like I like that a lot of local teams, and you're talking about the teams that are just formed for this tournament. I like that because a lot of the teams don't even play
tomorrow.
Oh, a little bit of them. Oh, that's Gustoland. I know that.
Nah, it ain't Gustoland.
Oh, Gustoland.
All right.
I already know what Bob cooking.
Are we gonna see TJ Holston tomorrow? Because that'd be crazy.
I don't know, man.
I love the fact that all this different 9-man talent is jumping into 8-man right now. Like, and it's awesome to see how well they did. Like Black Ops having the exact opposite performance of Impact in a 9-man tournament, winning a championship. Got to give it to them. And you know, I love how all this talent's coming over, coming together, making this game great. We're closer together than ever, in my opinion. When you take a look at all these different communities, whether it be York, Baltimore, DC, Shippensburg, Hagerstown, yeah, we're still alive. New York, St. Louis. Can we talk about Florida come nationals? The Bahamas, they got sports coming. Everybody's coming over playing different styles. You go back to
flag football is taking over, man.
Look at that feature of the Retro Invaders team that came up to play the 8 style a few weeks ago over in that York tournament.
Yeah.
Maryland Select Patriots, they came over in the FFWCT 8-man style to play in that York tournament. D-Will, you faced those same Patriots on day 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I was talking to those guys. They like our style too. They like our style of 8-man. That physicality they don't get in those leagues.
They like them shroom flags, man, the physicality. That's what they like, because a lot of that 8-man national stuff, it'd be a lot of cutesy shit. But that flag and shrooms and shit, our style, it's like a 9-man, but in 8-man form. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that physicality and the shrooms flags. I'm not gonna lie, I hate triple threat flags. Like I swear they're so fucking dumb. Like,
I agree.
Oh my God, I fucking hate them.
On the back, I agree with that.
Triple threat flags, like, don't get me wrong. I respect the second graders who play with them on the playground and stuff like that. But like when you get about 42 years old, it kind of gets old.
Yeah, that shit is stupid, man. And I'll be like, I don't understand why the bigger commissioners of these, you know, the FFWCT and stuff like that, like change it. Like,
well, we talked to Mark Williams back in Nitro, and Mark was telling us that that's always been, so it should how it's always be.
I don't know
what Mark was saying. Mark said a lot of things that weekend.
Hey Joe, I play in a 5-man league, right? And we use 3 flags, but it ain't triple threat. We use 3 shrooms.
3 shrooms for 5-man?
Yeah, you just put your you
got one on the back.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a 5-man full contact with stiff arms and downfield blocking.
Well, we got downfield blocking, but they don't let you stiff arm.
They should let you stiff arm. I think when we did stiff arms for Ned last year, it added a lot to the game. Because it really throws in that one-on-one kind of element.
You stiff arm, you might stiff arm somebody to the parking lot.
Yo,
you got all that space.
Oh my God. On body like the old school, man.
We play out. We play in the backyard.
Just like in the backyard back in the day.
Yeah.
Straight man to man.
Well, there you go. Start your own league.
Man, I've tried that already. Didn't go
that one. What's up with that? They having that winter chiller this year?
I hope not.
He said, I hope not. Yeah.
I mean, that's another tournament I already won. More championships in Folkenroth.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it
together.
I'll
stop being a dick to you, Austin. Let's keep going.
So
anywho,
get it together.
Anyways, let's get back to BLIK. I'm sorry, we've been way off topic tonight from the tournament. I'm glad though you guys have to. I really like this whole concept, the whole single tournament. We go back to the TB. You know, Summer Sizzler, one field, Winter Chiller, one field. You saw that, Bob, how that was. That's a cool setup. Sit around, and it's a shame you didn't get a chance to do Summer Sizzler because that one was actually finished in that one day. We were out there from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. We got done just as the sun was setting, and it was a really awesome time. You had guys on the canopies hanging out. Teams might have to share sidelines sometimes because that's just how it be, but that made it more fun. Like an idea like that. It really brings a sense of community to the sport of flag football and to the game that's being played on that very field.
Yeah, you get more guys communicating and knowing people than they would. You know what I'm saying? Because you figure like in this tournament tomorrow, you're gonna play, win or lose. You're not just gonna leave and go somewhere. You got to play in another hour or two. You're gonna rest up. You're gonna get ready to stretch. You know what I'm saying? I play after this next game. So a lot of guys stick around. You get to talking to some people that maybe you don't know, you know what I mean? Meeting new people, shit like that. So it works out for everybody, man. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a whole good weekend. I'm telling you, watch. It's always a good weekend, man.
I'm really looking forward to it. Like, this is going to be awesome.
Pop, man. I don't care where you go. You ain't going to get no 8-man football on a 100-yard field. None. It's the only tournament you're going to see like that.
And you ain't gonna get any 8-man football with poppers. Trust me, a lot of that out the window. Hey, it's optional though. If you really want to, go ahead, be our guest.
Now,
Just know it's not the best
come to
idea.
Europe, we using them shrooms, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ain't no
I
question.
like to see like all the different 8-man styles kind of cross over and face off with one another. Like we talked about New Era up in New York City. They got their own version of 8-man that's very close to what York does with the poppers and everything else. And with the 3-down linemen. I like to see some of the more 8-man leagues cross over like that. And it's really unique when we're getting to a point in the sport of flag football where it doesn't matter the number of players on the field, the styles have gotten in many ways very similar to one another, where experience in one will translate to another and allow you to get better at that position. And the more you're cross-trained in the sport of flag football and you're able to go out there and play different styles. We did an interview a few weeks ago with one of the players who said he feels teams should not be playing these kind of styles. He feels these teams should be out here playing the national styles. I disagree 100%. I think that's blasphemy. I think that's bullshit. These kind of styles can go out there and prepare you for any other style out there. This version of 8-man may not be triple threat, but you're still playing with 8. You're still going out there running routes and catching balls. You're still running your offense. Bob, you got your core guys. You played FFWCT 8-man. D. Will, you saw it. You saw what it was. Yeah. You were able to bring in some of the stuff you did offensively speaking and defensively speaking to those kind of games. Mm-hmm. And, we've seen teams crossing over with success. We've seen Baez Auto almost knock off main event on a Sunday game.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. I ain't listening.
And I think that's another reason why Delaware Elite had some success in the BLIK last year is because until you figured out what they were actually doing, and because we don't see that style of offense in our leagues usually, they were taking advantage of that, and they were like, screw it. Just like the Invaders in Just Win 8s, and they went to the championship because they were like, screw it, we're not going to accustom to their rules and everything and do that. We're gonna still play our style of football. And still spread out and have that same personnel. They just had to be arm length away from each other. So they were a little bit more condensed than usual, but they sucked it up and still had some strong runs at both of those tournaments.
That was something we talked about on a few episodes on BLIK Talk over the last week and a half or a month or so, is about how right now you're seeing teams just simply cross over, running the same kind of offenses they're running in their original style in other styles. We talked about Empire, an XFFL 7-man team that went and won 9-man ACB. We go back to the day when Chris Boone and Adrenaline Rush came from VFFA 8-man, another style that plays with poppers. They got a nice little state tournament every year in December down in Richmond. Right where they played East Coast Nationals, actually, where it's at. But, they came from that VFFA Virginia 8-man that 7-point came from too, and did well in 9-man, winning their first tournament out the gate. You see what happens when other teams just come over these other styles. They are able to apply what they've learned. And, Tony Peno last week, he talked about it. 6-man tough league star. He plays down in New Era flag football 8-man as well. He's played 7-man. He was on the Dragons for Charm City. They got to the B semifinals. Fell short to Rampage. And, he had talked about it on BLIK Talk last week. How all these different styles have one way or another led to him being prepared for the next game he played. And even added with 9-man, what really helped is the fact that he gets a more extended field and he's able to add one more option. You're just basically adjusting your game as you add another guy, play a different formation.
Play with triple threat.
Yeah.
No matter what style you play, you're pulling flags and you're playing flag football.
Yeah, what if we get a 9-man triple threat league going? Y'all down for that?
Yeah, bullshit.
I don't like that triple threat shit.
Bullshit.
9-man triple threat 2 count.
Nah, that triple threat is bullshit. I don't like the flags, man. Them shits is weak.
So, you pull the flag, you pull the whole belt every time.
Yeah.
Weak, bro. I don't like things, bro.
Them shits
I don't like playing in them tournaments with them flags. Them shit. Like the tournament be dope, but the flags be bullshit.
Yeah, like I remember I remember watching Cannon Hall on a screen pass, immediately catch it, room to run, 50 yards, daylight. You could drive a semi through it. He made one cut and the flags fell right off and he was down.
Yeah, because one down there, I seen the ball. He ran a post wide open, caught that shit and broke. Flag fell off and he was down. Nobody touched him or none of that shit. That was weak.
It's just sloppy.
Like
it's not a good look, in my opinion. That's why I
you
like
got
this style a lot.
at least still touch the person. You know what I mean? Them flags barely buckle in the front. Like you can't rig up. You know what I'm
Will
saying?
drinking that
like,
Pedialyte already. He's getting hydrated for tomorrow. He gonna cramp the fuck up.
You see, yeah, man, you know, Pedialyte, you already know, man. Y'all don't know about this mojo. This the mojo.
Yeah, y'all better be hydrated. It's a long day tomorrow.
Here you go, man. Here you go, man. We're gonna see, man. It's gonna be man. I don't know, man. I guess I just kind of see how it go, man, because I was talking unusual a couple years, man, and they got me up out of there. I ain't like that shit. So I'm kind of just taking the humble approach this year because, man, fuck that. Bob and them got us up out of there. That was a good game, man. That shit was just that. I was looking forward to that shit, man, because just talking shit to Bob, like, you know, you get to beat the defending champ. This nigga, he's a back-to-back winner. Like, man, fuck no. I am not trying to let him win no damn three-peat. I don't give a damn. He will not. I don't give a shit. The tournament can go for the 20th annual. Bob will always get to be like, yeah, you know, I was back-to-back champion, you know, or he'd be like three-peat.
What the fuck?
I'm not. Nah,
Oh,
hell,
that's what you worried about?
Nah, man, listen, look, nigga, you won the last two tournaments. I'm coming for the crown. We all should be coming for the crown. We gotta talk that heat, like, nah.
I ain't trying to do too much talking, champ.
Nah, I already know you're not trying to. I know. I already know.
Hey, Joey, we haven't talked about it much so far since we've been off topic, but it's kind of unique how we're doing it too. With not many tournaments these days are doing just the straight double elimination. Some teams have buys, some teams don't. So you'll have some teams playing 3 games on Saturday. Some teams playing only 1 because they got a bye and they win. Or some teams even playing 2 their first day on Saturday and they're not coming back Sunday. They're gone. And that's a really nice
possibility.
Feature as well.
Like it's one of those things. Like double elimination is one of those formats I like. But it does have times where it can go a little awry. Like talk about long wait times between games. Bob, you experienced that with East Coast Nationals last year. Gustoland had to go 7 hours on day 1 between games. And at the same time, when that was happening, the Virginia Savages played 3 games in that span. And they were in the winners bracket. Yeah, like that could be daunting because, you know, it is difficult, but it also makes it a challenge for a team, a much different challenge because, you know, you're used to a pool play coming out and playing all your games within a span of about 3 to 4 hours, usually 2 or 3 or maybe 2 back to back. Here, you run the possibility of if you win, you shouldn't be too long. It should be a quick turnaround, but if you lose, it's a long day out in that sun. You got to find a way to stay hydrated, stay cool, stay calm.
Or definitely the people that are 2-0 on Sunday, Saturday, or even 1-0 for I think Outlaws and Shake and Bake who have those buys.
Yeah,
you get to lose on Sunday, and you can still be in it, and that's not like any other tournament around here as well. Like you can lose one game and still come back out of that loser bracket.
I ain't gonna hold you because for like the last 3 years, I only played. We only had 1 game the first day. You know.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
We only had 1 game the first day for like the last 3 years. We always got picked out the hat last. Play at like 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
that's good though. Change things up. You got 4 good matchups. First games is all 4 good matchups. Like you can't beat that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, Joe.
We're gonna hit all winners bracket games tomorrow. Every team will be covered. That is a guarantee.
Yeah, JB.
For real, if you do it, like, I don't know how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You might want to move around because that's what you do. But if it is like you feel like you're getting too hot and you grab the right water and shit like that, you gonna be there early. So if you take the right chair and your right setup, Joe, you can set up all day and record and see the whole field. But it's up to you how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I know you like to walk around and shit. But you can set up and be set up in the shade behind the goalpost and see the whole field and don't gotta worry about nothing.
Yeah.
You can. Early, I'm just for real, you can. You know what I mean? It's just up to how you want to do it. Or you can even set your shit up so it's there. So when you're ready to sit down, that you in the shade, you know what I mean? Real. All right, it's gonna get real.
And I am not lying, bro. A guy from our team, Trent Schuler, D-Will, you know all about Trent.
Trent.
This guy said, I am not getting my spot taken away from any other person. He had in the group chat today that he came tonight and set the tent up underneath the tree so we would have it tomorrow morning, because people get there early as hell because everyone's watching everyone, and they setting up their tents at 7:30 in the morning for the whole day.
Ain't no question. He the wrong one. That was the wrong place. I'm telling you to set a tent up at night. He get there tomorrow and that tent might not be there.
Probably not be there.
Yeah, Trent acting real. He acting real.
Yeah, he must not know where he at. Go over there and that tent ain't there, champ.
You better have that. You better have that alarm system on that tent.
Man, that shit don't matter, man. You gotta know where you at, champ. Them niggas there scrap that shit Monday morning.
For $3 and
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, Trent
you better hope that shit, yo, they'll take a chainsaw and cut.
Hey, I don't know if he did it. I hope he did not do it, but that's what he said in the chat, and we all started bugging out. He's like, I'm not losing my spot.
Yo,
that's like when everybody
get there early, he'd be good.
Exactly.
He'd be all right. What time you getting out there, Austin, man? I know you act.
I'll be out there for the first matchup. I don't like missing these games. You know what I mean? It only happens once a year. I'm gonna be out there all day, every day.
No question. Yeah, make sure you bring them juices and all that shit you be having too.
Oh, Austin, yeah, what's up, man? You giving out some free drinks to players, man? What's up?
I mean, I wish I could. Wayne has his vendors all set. So
I wish I could.
You guys support my help. You help my mortgage payment every single week on Sundays when you guys are buying them waters and Gatorades off of me. So thank you guys. But no, for real, Wayne has all of his vendors set. He said he did not need me. So if you guys need some drinks and everything, there will be there, but just not for me this year. I'll have some flags. I'll have some gear for shirts and hoodies and hats and stuff like that, but not the hydration station.
Respect.
Yeah, respect that definitely. Yeah, hell yeah. They yo.
With that Kool-Aid, man. So I'll be over in the morning.
Oh, yo, I was just getting ready to say that shit.
Like 7:45, I'll be over.
Hey, yo, Joey Blaze.
6 packs of sugar.
Yo, Joey Blaze, there's something that I'm working on, man. But these guys, man, I make this drink. It's a hydration drink, but it is the way I mix the flavor stuff, man. It tastes like Kool-Aid, but I chill it and all that, man. I start calling it the Boom Boom Room juice, man.
Oh my god.
Yo, they start the Boom Boom Room juice, man.
You live across the street. I'll be there at 7:45 before I go to the field to pick that up, man. I need one of them.
He gonna put some other shit in yours just so he can take you down.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I got that. I'm baking it. I actually made some of it already. I got that joint in the deep freezer. So,
man, I don't care what color it is. Don't matter. I need that, man. That's that Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, that joint. That's that joint. Austin ain't tasted yet, man. I'm gonna have to get some of them small. Like, what's the Huggy joint? I might start getting them and having them out there for people.
That's that. My mama said. That's what that is.
My mama said.
Mama said. Yeah.
I got a special one for JB tomorrow for Joey, man. I got one for Joey tomorrow, man.
That's that high quality Boom Boom Room juice.
All right, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I'm out on y'all, man. I'm about to watch this movie with my wife, man. I holler at all y'all tomorrow, man. Everybody get there safe. I'll see y'all in the AM.
All right.
See you in the
AM. Good luck.
Y'all good luck to y'all.
Yeah, I guess Austin, you want to do a little side wager, let me know. We figure it out. You know what I mean? You know me, I like the side bet. So Your game against Wolfpack, sir. You know,
I mean,
we'll
you gotta
figure
play
it.
me first so we can sideways to that. So.
My
Why are you
bad.
why are you trying to co-sign for other teams? Like, co-sign for your own team. When we play, we'll put up some money. Let's go.
I just, just wanted to make a little friendly little wager, you against somebody else because you're here, sir. That's all.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay. I
Hopefully, we'll see you.
don't think we'll play. I don't think we'll play y'all. So that's why I'm like,
I mean, you're Keemie's all-stars, but you never won a championship in the BLIK. So why are you all-stars?
Well, I mean,
and we've made it further than you in the last 2 BLIKs. So.
Hey, Joey Blaze, look, man, sometimes this is how the cookie crumbles, fam. All I know is I can't do too much talking. I gotta let the game speak for itself this weekend. Hopefully I can turn the tide. We'll see, man. It's been tough. Just like he said, Keemie All-Stars and I ain't get my chip. It's been tough, trust me, because I talk hella shit not to win. I hate it. I hate it. I hate losing with a passion, so we'll see. But we play Austin Folkenroth. You let me know how much you want to put on the game, fam. We can do that. We can definitely do that. You already know. So we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out.
I can't wait. This is going to be an awesome event tomorrow. We're going to be live. We're going to keep it on one video, so that way you don't have to stop at any point in time and try to re-find the link about 5 minutes later when we come back on the air. You'll be able to sit there, watch the event on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.tv. If you got it on Facebook, it's great for mobile travel. Recommend it. You can comment, great interactive experience on YouTube. You can sit there, watch on your smart TV or any smart app. Sit there and watch it 1080p, full HD on YouTube.
Look at JB, big money bucks. That's my guy right there. That boy stepping his game up. I feel you.
Definitely the better way to go with the one video. The only bad thing about it is I tried to go back and watch my footage for the Just Wins 8 tournament the one time, and it took probably 20 minutes for me to find the exact play and everything like that, because you got to go through all the footage.
That's why we do the edited versions just before the next tournament.
I knew he was going to say that, because that's true. That is true.
Tune in for the edited clips as soon as I find time. Again,
gotcha.
Been on the road too much.
Good day, fellas.
Oh man, they got Deets on here, man.
Oh, we gotta leave now. We gotta get out of here.
Would you rather put Yuri on?
Is Yuri on here?
No, I just saw you guys were live. I just decided to just jump on in.
Oh, Deets. Are you coming out there, big fella, or not, man?
I will be resenting the Outlaw Nation.
Oh, you playing with Outlaws? Oh, okay.
You know he got them tyrants. He got those Snyder brothers on his team out in Hanover and everything.
Oh, I see, Austin. I didn't put the 2 and 2 together.
That's because right. you were forfeiting Hanover games to lose that tournament. I'm just kidding.
Man, listen, I had a very tough spring, man. The shit that I just did was extremely hard. I don't know too many people can do that shit. That shit was.
But that's the thing. I'm just joking with you. Like, if you think about it, like you guys wanted to travel. I'm saying you guys got to go through growing pains somehow. You know what I mean?
Man, listen,
so like,
that wasn't no damn growing pains, boy. That's a goddamn man. Listen, that's a lot. Austin, look how much of a headache it is with the little shit, the local league, just York. Like, certain shit me and you talk about after games and stuff like that. Just to do that with 3 different type of teams and 3 different type of group of guys and the recruiting. Oh God.
That's the only thing and reason why Impact, Ground Zero, whatever, we don't travel as much or compete in other tournaments is that same exact headache. If you have only one person, me, you, like trying to do something as a travel team, it just doesn't work. You need all those sponsors. You need multiple people in charge. You need multiple moving pieces to make this team work, because like they even said that on the 9-man group all the time, they're even joking about that or not joking about that. the money issue and everything like that, like the write-offs and stuff. When people have the ability to have people come in and don't have to worry about those ref fees or, you know, anything. Like if you could just worry about football, people are going to show up. But if you have other people that are doing local leagues and they're worried about money here and there and all that stuff, you got people that are good ballers that you'll never see outside the state because they have other obligations to attend to. You know what I mean? So I'm right there with you. It's hard to get a good group of people of 20 to 30 guys consistently because you said every other tournament you're with. You got other people on your team that you got other people on your team that you've never even played with before. Like, you know what I mean? What Bob said, he's like, if I have my guys that I'm comfortable with, you know what I mean? When you have brand new guys, it takes a little bit of time to get that chemistry going. So
yeah, that's true. I mean,
and when you guys got out there like Marshall that don't even block and everything, so it's hard
yeah, I know. Yeah,
you
since he jumped with Marshall Baez, jumped on here. But that is true. Like, I mean, as far as like that, I have a good sponsor, man, Jason Cummings, with AJ Clown and J&J Customs. He's a big sponsor. I have some other relationships I've built. But a lot of it, man, people don't know. A lot of it comes from my own capital. You know what I mean? Like, it's stuff that I set aside or things. You know, I'm blessed with a good job and certain situations I'm able to do this stuff. But you know, me personally, I do it from. You know, I don't know, man. I feel like to give back is kind of like where I grew. You know, growing up and struggle, and some people don't have money, and some not money, but some people. I feel like some people need to get those out of town and out of state experiences, man. Some people go through a lot of stuff you may never know, and they go these type of tournaments and they just get they might find themselves again. They might be going through something and they don't tell nobody, you know.
Bro, you're exactly right. Like I will speak from not a player perspective, but a live streamer. Like flag football for me, I've been involved. Today actually marked 7 years to the day I started this because I found the very status I posted when I first got on Survivor Strong 2014. I was just a videographer and I was also the offensive coordinator at the same time. I was the Israel Velota of Hagerstown, if y'all follow the New York Rebels, which I know you guys probably don't. But anyways, continue going. It's crazy to think 7 years later, like especially in the last 2.5 years, I've been particularly focused on all this, traveling about, going out and seeing different places and everything else, going to York for the first time. If not for that first Clash of York tournament, I wouldn't be here today. That's how I got introduced to York. That's how I first came about the city of York. That was the first time in my life I was ever in York. And since then, it feels like we're in York quite a lot these days because the flag football scene in that area is completely booming right now. And you talk about what the YAFFL is doing. We talk about BLIK. We talk about Clash. There is a lot of great flag football action going on up there in that very city. And I'm really happy to see you guys going out there, getting out-of-state experiences. Because for me, going to York, going to Florida for the first time, seeing what Nationals was on a 9-man level, going to that big facility, the 6 turf fields down there in Davenport, seeing the best competition. You know, UFFL last year, we went over and covered all the different styles on the other fields, 5-man, non-contact, 5-man contact. Forget the non-contact, all but that contact sport in this flag football, in my opinion. You talk about AC for the first time for a lot of guys. D-Will, 717 had that chance to go to AC. Let me tell you, this stuff to me is more therapeutic than anything. I don't stress over this stuff. Yeah, there's times where it's hard work out there, but for me, this is way better than just spending a Saturday afternoon sitting in my house moping about life. Go out there and have fun with your friends every weekend. This is what life is all about. Playing the sport we know, playing the sport we love, and getting out there, getting that high, getting that vibe, getting whatever you need out there, win that game, win that championship. And, tomorrow is going to be a celebration of a lot of things. And tomorrow is going to be a great occasion.
Absolutely, JB. That's the only thing that I was just saying, like you said. So I agree. I appreciate you sharing the light on that because it's the truth, man. It's like some people aren't in that position. So I've asked Austin to come play with me and travel. He just purchased a house and different things. I've asked Deets as well. Those guys, Marshall's travel, like they'll tell you, everybody's responsibility and their availability is different. So, but I at least make sure I extend that offer. And then if they want to, and they have a time and they're like, hey, I see you're going to New York this weekend. I see you put, 717 in the, hey, I'm actually available. You need a guy. Yeah, come on, man. I always usually, guys come. Now, you have guys that say they might want to play and they don't show up and they don't tell you nothing. Those guys get scratched. Like, you can't have that type of person on your team. If they can't find 2 seconds to respectfully let you know they can't make somewhere, then they don't really want to play flag football. And that's when you just get the cold shoulder. I got too much invested in someone doing that. I might turn someone down because you say you were going to play and then you don't come, and then this person could have helped. So with flag, it comes a lot of extra emotions with stuff, when you're invested. So Dietz knows all about that, man, with him running his teams and stuff, and we've talked about it. And how a lot of that guys, just the commitment is one of the biggest things in flag that kills a lot of teams.
To me, the biggest thing in flag football, I don't give a shit if you're the most A1 athlete. I'll take the most reliable person over the A1 athlete all day, any day.
Hell yeah. That's true, man. That is true. That's very true. God, man.
They always say availability is your biggest ability.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying availability is your best ability. Like, if you can have a guy that will make all 8 games of a league season and be there for playoffs, that's a little bit worse than another guy that's only going to be there for 2 or 3. I'd rather take that guy that's a little bit worse, that's going to be there every day, because he's going to have chemistry with your team. He's a good team player, everything like that. And that's actually with flag football. You know what I mean? We're just literally throwing the football around and pulling flags. If you have to be out there and play, you know what I mean? It's a little bit different than actual regular football, you know what I mean? Like, you can get guys that come in and play regular football that it takes a little bit to get adjusted to flag football or vice versa or anything like that. But once you're out there, a lot of times and stuff like that, the more games you put in, the better you're going to get. The smarter you're going to get.
That's true.
And we talk about going out of town to travel. Let's talk about all the different talent coming into York alone. Dietz, you mentioned it yourself. YAFL just went 8, had the highest number of teams in a YAFL tournament at about 28. And a lot of those teams were coming from out of town, different styles, different cities. Like, you had a team from Buffalo, New York, coming all the way to York, PA to play.
And those guys balled.
Yeah, those guys were awesome. Like,
Codex was great.
I want to see them get out more. What were they called again?
Codex Elite. They actually they invited me up to a tournament. I think they're having it. It's actually either this weekend or next weekend, and I was just like a little too early. Like, they gave me way too late of a notice, but I think I would like to go up there and see what they have to offer.
I think that'd be great. Like, I like the fact that everybody's getting out of town and getting to see, it's a weird analogy, but I think flag football is in what we call sort of the ancient civilization phase of everything. People used to get around playing different styles, but depending on where you were from, usually you stuck to one particular style, which was yours. And, we talk about it, and depending where you were at, you were 9-man, you were 8-man, you were 7-man. In some places, even Nebraska, there's no flag football, for instance. It's all about locale, where you're from and where you first experienced that. Was it triple threat? Was it poppers? How many men on the field? Contact, non-contact? What were the rules? And the one thing that's making it unique now is some of the best talents in other styles are coming over to play in different places, coming over to play in York. We saw it in Just Win 8s recently. We're going to see it tomorrow in BLIK. We're seeing some interesting names come up on that clash list so far. The fact that we're going to see like these, and we talked about what Baez Auto did last week, going against Main Event and taking them down to the final play of the game. And the experience those guys were able to get facing off against the best team in the country, arguably, with some of the top talent in the country in there. And I feel like for the community in York, you guys are going through what I think is a revolution, so to speak, in the sport of flag football in the community. There's a lot of growth going on. A lot more teams are emerging as franchises. Baez Auto looking at that. 717 Elite especially. We've seen the work Dewey was already put in right now. YAFFL tournaments getting bigger with more teams coming in. This BLIK tournament, a big tradition. I'd love to see more out of town teams start getting involved in that and coming out to this. It's always tough. You talked about it, D. Will. You guys are competing with Charm City and Philly Bowl this time of the year.
And Joey, because of that, that's also because of you and the media team and everything like that. And hopefully with the BLIK this tournament this year, like a big extended thank you to you, because you're going to put some of these teams on the map. People from New York, from Virginia, from Texas, from Florida are going to watch this live video. They're going to see this tournament. You know what I mean? That's how the out-of-state teams see what we're doing over in York. They hear from our page, they hear from all the other pages and stuff like that, but they also hear from you, and you traveling to all these other formats and everything, and then coming back here and putting us on the map as well, just through our live video and our play. You know what I mean? Some of these people have never been on a live video with flag football before, and you're giving them that. You know what I mean? You're showing the world our style of football, our teams around here, the talent, and then people are like, damn, I want to go play those teams and everything. And it's a great tournament to do that for, with how much energy and respect you're going to see on the field this weekend.
Absolutely, man.
100% agreed. And I'm glad to bring everybody together. Like, I really am. Like, that's the one thing that, like, when I first set out, I never imagined we'd ever be at this point 7 years to the day I started this. And I'm really happy to see everything grow as it is through Facebook Live, YouTube Live, whatever we go live on. We talked about it tomorrow. You're going to have the event simulcasted on 3 different apps: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch.tv. You can find it anywhere. Facebook, of course, Joey Blaze will share it to all the pages, though, the BLIK page, the related pages as well, the YAFFL pages, for instance. The Uncut page will have it. YouTube wise, we'll have the link attached to the Facebook post, so you can click there and watch the alternate channel. As we mentioned, YouTube more accessible in different platforms, 1080p, full HD. Twitch.tv kind of threw that in there. Joey Blaze, Team Blunt Talk. YouTube, Team Blunt Talk. Facebook, Joey Blaze. Any way you want it, you got it. Tomorrow at BLIK.
Joey, is this the first time are you using Twitch?
I actually had Twitch in when I did the first time with the Maffle experiment last month. I haven't mentioned the Twitch one that much because I was kind of kept it there to settings. I want Facebook and YouTube to kind of get more focused, but like it's there for anybody who ever wants to access it. Just
Genius
to have, like,
idea because it makes it so much more shareable.
What's that?
Genius idea because it makes it so much shareable.
Yes.
And just a completely different avenue that I think a lot of people don't really take advantage of. So kudos to you for that. That's really a fucking bright idea.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
He goes off on a tangent every once in a while, but he kind of knows what he's doing.
I kind of
no, and which that's absolutely fine, Ross. My big thing is the more platforms, the better it is. So the more digital reach that you can get in this age really is the better.
I agree 100%. Like, that's the biggest thing right now. I want more eyes to see. Like, I want to be able to get people out there to see what's happening, no matter where they're from, whether they're sitting overseas in some country like France or South Korea watching this just because they see it and it fascinates them. Or maybe somebody watching in the United States, in a state that don't even have flag football. It catches their intrigue because they're watching something they're not accustomed to seeing. This is how you grow a sport. This is how you grow a game. That'd be awesome. We need that. But anyways, like, you look at it, this is how we expand and grow the sport. More accessibility, more openness. I was never a fan of the old way of live streaming, of putting on a private closed page. No offense to anybody who did that. I did it for years. I can't say anything. Because I always said you can't get exposure for your game if you're limiting your audience inherently. Why hide it? Throw it out there. People might buy in. I've seen people who jumped in for the fact that they've seen these live streams and they're like, whoa, we're part of something major right now. We're in a major sport. And I feel like this is the best era of the sport we've seen.
Well, you just kind of touched something right then and there. Like for me, I always find it funny. Like teams record their videos and don't share it. Share with everyone. You should be proud of what you guys do. I tell that to anybody that records anything. I'm like, put it on the group, share it, get your guys out there, get your guys noticed,
get your team promoted. You know, the old school thinking is you don't want film, but at the same time, we're in a day and age where the younger players, if they hear about their games being broadcasted, they could tell their girlfriend where to watch, they could tell their parents where to watch, they could tell their friends where to watch. I'm running with that 100%. I'm getting that exposure. I'm getting that chance to be on ESPN potentially if they see a play. I want my friends to watch me. I want my parents to watch me. I want my girl to watch me.
Start doing top 10 or some shit, though.
Top 10. I don't want to talk for all that. I don't do highlights for a reason. I can't even get done my highlight film I got to work on now. It's time to kill me lately. It's busy season. We're not even done. We're halfway through the flag football year already. We're almost closer to nationals. We got so much going on. Summer's ending. BLIK is pretty much the end of summer for me. It's going to be fall coming up. A lot of great football ahead. And tomorrow is especially going to be a big occasion.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Well, Tayshia, with all you said, JB, it's crazy because everything you just said about standing on it, didn't I just was talking to you about that yesterday or the other day? I was just talking about that, about expanding deets. That was the main reason why I got Blaze to come up here. I had Blaze probably maybe like two months ago, I think. And I was like, man, I was like, I want to add an extra element to the BLIK this year. And I did it. I didn't even talk to Wayne. I was like, man, let me get with JB, man. I said, let me hit my old head. Him was like, listen, man. I knew there was a Philly Bowl and it's real big up that way. It's the same weekend this weekend. And I was like, man, they might ask JB to go up there. I said, nah, we need that live stream and that we need that back end down here. And I was like, if, JB comes up here, he do his thing, man. I said, yo, we're gonna have a real good. These live games, I know our games, like Austin was saying before, like it's real super competitive and like the one field. And I was like, man, we get this on video. Oh my God, we're going to have some great games. We're going to have some great highlights. People going to see that, man. And I just honestly think moving forward, it's going to be like, yo, that BLIK tournament, like we got to play in that next year. That's how I feel like a team chilling. They're just going to be chilling and start watching it and be like, hold up, where is that? York, Pennsylvania? Where the fuck is that at? Oh, we got to go there. Look, next year, who do it, watch. Blaze will get hit up. They'll be like, yo, where's that at? Who runs it? We got to come up there, man, that environment. And that's another thing too, JB, when you do like your live stream, right before the game, you get a little bit of the crowd or get a little bit of the, the aura per se out there in it. And then you get right into the football game. So they can honestly see all the teams out there, people practicing on the outside, the other ends of the field on the back end and stuff, going over plays. The mood, the food, the music, all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? The vendors and stuff. So they can actually see that aura, man, and it just, that. So hopefully it does that. That's what I wanted. And that's why I felt like there's a lot of great teams and a lot of great teams that have some good film. Some hopefully ain't on there, hopefully ain't me losing against anyone. I want to go undefeated this weekend, but we'll see about that. But definitely teams now, they'll have film. They'll be able to get the little live stream and share with the teams and maybe it'll help a team, coming up for our local season in our league play. So we'll see what's up, what happens.
I'm looking forward to it. Going to be an awesome day. We'll be live 8 a.m. tomorrow. Bias Auto in action again. How many times have I said Bias Auto in action in the last month? Those guys are busy, bro. They got the OG Raiders first thing in the morning.
Man, listen, man.
D-Will, who is OG Raiders?
They are from Maryland. I believe they're from DMV. The captain guy, he plays on Jaguars. I want to say it's DMV Jaguar. It's something like that.
No, it's not the Maryland Raiders. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a Demon Jaguars, but I think they might be like a combined team, like something like that. But he the guy, because I've seen that team play before at National. I think it was Nationals or somewhere, but I've heard that name and them play. I think they were at East Coast Nationals. I don't know if they play in pro comp or rec, but I saw the jerseys and stuff like that. So, hey man, listen, come up and get this work, man. We gonna give all the smoke that you can handle. You know what I mean? Up here in Pennsylvania. So they better come with if they watching this shit, they better come with their A game, because woo, they playing a team that like they know what's up. Like they know about bias. Like they come out there, man, they gonna come up here and get mollywop. They come out here acting unusual. They gonna get ran the hell off that field. That shit might get ugly quick at 8 a.m.
It's gonna be intense.
Mollywop, man. I got all the saying Molly. Hey, Deets, Mollywop, man. Listen, man. Look, I'm trying to listen, man. Listen, I know who they got coming.
We're listening.
Man, listen, bro. If them dudes come, they come with some old 11 dudes, guys that are Austin size and on the line and all that dumb shit. Deets, am I lying, Deets? Them guys, man, they're gonna get ran off of that field, man.
I'll see.
Are you hitting a
everybody.
blunt right now? Okay, that's a vape. That fucked with me. My bad. I was like, damn, Deets hitting the blunt. Nice.
All right, Deets, I'll holler at you.
Bye, Deets. I didn't mean to accuse you of smoking a blunt. My bad. That'll be
Yeah. Nah, but that's just but that's the thing. And what I'll say this before we get off of here. I know Austin's still on here, I believe. I was gonna say about like with the matchups and stuff, like to go over the matchups real quick. I know Bias plays OG Raiders. That'll be a good game. I got Bias winning that game. We got Gang Green, Vice City. I ain't gonna let my personal relationships get in the way. That's a tough one to call, man. I can't really let me see. That's gonna be a tough, man. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna pick that one right now. I ain't we play Wolverines. I got us winning. Fuco and Gustoland. I got Gusto with that. Wolfpack Ground Zero. I got Wolfpack, man. I the Wolfpack with that, man. As far as the second round, I can't. The teams with the buys, I can't go with it. But what I mean. You can't sleep on ASAP World. I know my man Trippy got a nice unit, man. He got a real good sleeper squad. He got guys he played on the circuit with and stuff coming. Shake and Bake, decent team. Outlaws, them Snyder brothers and them dudes rock out. So they got a nice, the Outlaws have a real good team as far as like they've been playing in leagues and stuff. They're a young team. They're growing. They got some veterans. This is a tournament BLIK, so they might got somebody that hasn't been playing all year come out, might be a difference maker. That's the one thing you got to think about when it comes to the BLIK. People will come out and just play for that. You know what I mean? So you never know who might have what. So, but that's definitely, all the teams in it are decent. But that fucking Gang Green and Vice City game, man, listen. I am excited to see that game, man. I don't my a couple of my guys on there. I know Greg. I believe Greg is the quarterback for Vice City. You know what I mean? I'm really excited to see this damn game, man. My boys, the Cohen brothers. Yeah, you got McGraw. I believe that's his name, McGraw. Riley McGraw.
Riley McGraw. Okay.
Yeah. He plays
with John's son.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have a decent. They got my man Tyrese, well Snoop. That's what they call him. They got a nice. Vice City has a real good team. My man D Davis, he was my DB in 717 Elite. So they got a nice team over there, man. Gang Green is Gang Green. They got Doobie. He's the one that plays DB with Baez. He's the one. I think you know who that is. He plays.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have a real good secondary in the BLIK every year because they got guys that play with other teams, but they always just play with Gangrene in the BLIK. And Doobie always get, you know what I mean? He's like the quarterback of that secondary, man. So it's like, man, that's gonna be a good fucking game, man. I hope it lives up to the hype that I'm pumping it up, but yeah, I'm ready for that, man. It's crazy because I'm more excited to see that damn game than to play my damn game, which is crazy, but that's what the BLIK does. You know, the cool, dope matchups you don't get to see often.
This is going to be a fun time. I'm really looking forward to it. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., BLIK Tournament, Facebook, Joey Blaze, YouTube, Team Blunt Talk, Twitch, Joey Blaze, Team Blunt Talk. Tune in. We'll be live. It's lit. It's legit. BLIK Talk, Blunt Talk. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
Good night, everybody.